My name is Cohen, and my driving question is, what is quantum physics and how does it help us? This topic interested me because I don't know much about it. Or at least I didn't. This has always interested me because I just love science. What is quantum physics? Quantum physics is the study of particles at the most fundamental level. It aims to reveal what happens at the subatomic level. The founding principle of quantum physics is particle-wave duality or quantum superposition. This is the principle that a particle can be a wave or particle at once. This wave is known as a wave function, and the higher parts of the model indicate higher probability, while lower parts indicate lower probability. A particle can become a wave when unobserved. This is shown in the famous double-slit experiment. This experiment is when scientists shot electrons with a gun through two slits onto a wall. When they are unobserved, the electrons had an interference pattern, which is reserved for waves. When unobserved, they behaved like particles. What are some principles of quantum physics? One of the main principles of quantum mechanics is quantum entanglement. Quantum entanglement happens when two waves interact and create one wave that describes the wave function of both. This connection cannot be broken and stretches to infinity. This connection between wave functions is displayed in the string on the model presented. Another principle is called quantum tunneling. Quantum tunneling occurs when a wave function passes through a barrier. The wave function will typically fizzle out inside the wall, but in rare cases, the wave can actually pass through it. When this happens, the probability of the particle showing up on the other side decreases but is above zero, allowing the particle to teleport given the chance. How do we use quantum physics? There are many ways that we use quantum physics. One of these methods is a field of study called quantum biology. Quantum biology is, as the name implies, the fusion of quantum mechanics and biology. Different applications of quantum biology are plants using quantum superposition for photosynthesis, birds using quantum entanglement to navigate, and humans using quantum tunneling to smell. Another field that quantum physics is used in is engineering. Some uses that quantum physics has in engineering are nuclear energy, computers, LEDs, cameras, and quantum computers for doing advanced math problems. This model that I made is meant to represent quantum entanglement. This first section of the model is meant to be a wave function. This is also meant to be a wave function. This string represents the connection that these two wave functions have during quantum entanglement, where they interact and then they are basically one and the same. This connection can stretch over infinite distance in space. The connection can even go through objects. An example of this connection would be their spin. The particle here will always have an opposite spin as this particle. Spin is a property of particles. It isn't spinning like this. It's sort of like a mechanic of the particle. In conclusion, quantum physics is a part of our everyday lives, whether we know it or not. It's an interesting and complicated field of study, and in the future has the possibility to do amazing things. Thank you for listening.
Quantum physics has a mystique of being complicated and hard to understand. In fact, Richard Feynman, who won the Nobel Prize for his work on quantum electrodynamics, said, "If you think you understand quantum physics, you don't understand quantum physics." Which is kind of disheartening for us, because if he didn't understand it, what chance do the rest of us have? Fortunately, this quote is a little misleading. We do in fact understand quantum physics really well. In fact, it's arguably the most successful scientific theory out there, and has let us invent technologies like computers, digital cameras, LED screens, lasers, nuclear power plants. And you don't really want to build a nuclear power plant if you don't really understand how it works. So quantum physics is the part of physics that describes the very smallest things in our universe. Molecules, atoms, subatomic particles, things like that. And things down there don't quite work the same way that we used to up here. This is fascinating because you and everything around you is made from quantum physics. And so this is really how the whole universe is actually working.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to play a video game without sound or watch a movie without sound? Hello, my name is Noah, and my driving question is how to sound enhance in video games. The reason for this subject is I've always liked music and video games, so why not share my knowledge and more in my presentation. For a video game, sound can be everything or nothing. A prime example of this is Five Nights at Freddy's 1. And you play as a protagonist as a night guard, and you try to stop these animatronics from coming into your office. The sounds are pretty offsetting because you think that it would be quiet, right? Oh, but you're wrong. There are a lot of sounds if you count all of them, but we'll be focusing on the main ones. The pretty obvious ones are probably the music box that plays in the middle of the night, or Freddy's music box. Also, there are these sounds that indicate like kids cheering once the night is over. Or it could be the iconic phone guy who guides you through nights 1 through 4. But the reason that makes this scary is the absence of information in the sound. The absence makes you wonder, and then makes you panic, because you thought you did something wrong. There's also this feeling when it's about to go quiet that something bad is about to happen. So our human senses kick in, and we go into panic. Scott, the creator of Five Nights at Freddy's, once said in an interview, "You really need to think what's going on mentally, and you need your ears for that." So that way I made the kitchen specifically in your camera for audio only, so you can focus on the pots and pans rumbling around. So basically in this FNAF, sound can be your friend or enemy depending on the situation. And I have a game based on FNAF 1 that we are about to play. Now I would need 2 volunteers to play, Brody and Roy. So, you see how the sound creates that suspicion in the vibe. Your vibe is probably scared right now. Are you scared? No, not really. The objective of the game is to survive until 6 a.m. and not, get jump scared by the animatronics. The other games that I play that would probably result in not as fun and without sound is all of the FNAF series. I excel in, and probably Fortnite.
Well, you just hate that.
If you hear laughing, that is the bear coming to get you, the main antagonist of Freddy Fazbear. He is coming to get you if you hear it laugh.
Instantly he got
Since Nori has won, she gets to have Oreos. In conclusion, without the sound inside FNAF, it would not be the same. It would also change the rate of players every day, and the releases after that would not be possible without sound.